If you filed a Kwong claim and still owe money to the IRS, they just threw it in the trash. The IRS just released new guidance on the Kwong versus United States claims. And there's one critical rule that a lot of people are about to get wrong before the July 10th, 2026 deadline. So let's start with the basics. The Kwong case involves a court of federal claims decision that said the IRS lacked legal authority to assess failure to file and failure to pay penalties during the entire pandemic period. That's January 20th, 2020 through July 10th, 2023. If you had those types of penalties assessed during that window, you may have a valid claim. But this is where people are making mistakes. If you still have an unpaid balance during that tax year, do not file an 843 now. The IRS was very clear about this in their updated guidance. If you file while there's still an unpaid balance, they will send a letter 916C. That means your claim is rejected, not held, not pending, but rejected. And it will not be treated as a protective claim, which means that original filing date protects nothing. So what do you do if you still owe? You wait until the balance is paid in full. Once it's paid, you have 2 years from that filing date to file the 843. There's no July 10th pressure date for unpaid balances. That deadline only applies to the amounts paid during the Kwong window. Now, if your balance is paid in full, here's what you need to know before filing. First, write Kwong versus United States across the top of the 843 form. Second, mail it to the specific address. Third, make sure the penalty you're actually claiming is an FTF or an FTP penalty with due dates inside the pandemic window. Not every penalty qualifies. Accuracy-related penalties, estimated tax penalties, dishonor payment penalties are not covered under the Kwong case. And fourth, if your balance is paid and your penalty qualifies, file by June 10th, 2026. That's just a few days away. So the bottom line is Kwong may apply in your situation. Filing at the wrong time is just as bad as not filing at all. Check your transcript, confirm your penalty type, confirm your balance is paid, and then file.